think about putting on more makeup and dressing up, but we're in the middle of a pandemic, so I'm not going to dress up. Plus, I am very comfy in my pajamas, so this is what you get. But I did get a haircut. So hi everyone, welcome back to The Fangirl. My name is Emily, and if you're interested in tech, travel, and Asia, then you are at the right place. So today I really wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about a lot, especially since 2020 has passed. And it's kind of insane that a year has gone by and it's already January 2nd here in Singapore. And I've had a lot of chats with my friends here in Singapore as well as San Francisco, and I've kind of accumulated the top 5 things that I think I'm going to start implementing in 2021, and just thought it would be a really great way for me to share with everyone. So again, these are just a collection of ideas and thoughts that I really liked. So the first one is something that I read on Ellevest, which is a financial banking platform based in the US. So it is something they wrote in their newsletter, which is setting intentions, not resolutions. Because every year we tend to think about all the new resolutions we're setting up for ourselves towards the end of the year. Like, I'm gonna lose 15 pounds, I'm gonna get a new job, I'm gonna do this, and da da da. And it's a very hard yes or no kind of resolution or statement, whereas intentions is something that is continuous, it's ongoing. It's something that never will fail, because any action that you do, it will always continue to be moving forward. And I really liked that because it puts you in the right frame of mind to think that, you know, I'm always constantly working on myself. I'm constantly always working towards whether it's, you know, becoming a better person or losing weight, etc. Obviously, there are milestones or goals that you can set for yourselves, but a resolution is very like hard and true, whereas an intention, I think progress is celebrated at every milestone. It's something that kind of sets the tone for 2021. So that was something that I really liked. Number 2 is something that I personally had to learn, which is being kinder to yourself. I actually think that I've not been really kind to myself at all. And it took me 2020 to realize that. I feel like I pushed myself really hard. I got burnt out a couple of times, and I had this like insane dream to just retire early and do all these things, but I'm only human, and I think sometimes I can just be really hard on myself. And I realize that, again, no one is ever telling me like what to do or what to think or what to say, and it's just me who's kind of like berating myself and telling myself that of things that like I'm being doubtful and things that, you know, maybe I shouldn't do this, etc. So one thing that I wanted to share is that when I think like, oh, I'm not good enough or I can't do this, I'll ask myself, like, why do you think this? Like, who said this? Did someone say that you can't do it? And I think it's just really being kinder to myself, and taking moments to do nice things for myself. And I'm not just saying like, oh, self-care, like throw in a bath bomb, take a bath. No, like I'm talking about writing letters to myself and celebrating the small wins, as well as like the other day I bought a workout class pass because I want to get back into fitness. And at first I was like, oh, it's so expensive, like I don't really want to spend money on it. I was like, you know what, I don't buy nice things and I don't really spend money on myself normally, so why don't I just buy this workout class? And it's good for me, it's healthy. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do that. So definitely wanting to be, you know, be kind to yourself. My friend also mentioned something that really stuck with me, which is be kinder to yourself, obviously. And when you're in a hard situation, frustrated or angry, you can ask yourself, what can I do to make this better for me? And an example could be like, you know, you're waiting in line and the line's very long and you're like annoyed, obviously, because you have to wait 30 minutes for, you know, picking up something. But you can ask yourself, how do I make this better for myself? And it could be as simple as calling your mom to chat with her to kind of get the time to go by faster, or bringing a book with you, or listening to a podcast, or talking to someone beside you, right? Like there are things that you can kind of alleviate the anger or the stress that you are putting on yourself because of an inconvenience. This one is actually quite nice because I just had hot pot with my friend Derek, and he told me that this is a really great piece of advice that he's gotten, which is practicing gratitude and being specific about it. So what he mentioned was that he was at some sort of company camp, and he was really a leader in his group, and he would say like, oh, good job, you're doing great, like, just giving lots of encouragement, and they all gave feedback to each other, and one of them told him that he should be more specific when giving gratitude or praising other people, because it also shows that you're really mentioning someone for what they're doing and really having them felt seen. And I think it just means a lot more, because it's saying that like, hey, like, thank you for writing 100 cards to our partners. Like, that is so helpful for a team. Just really noticing that person and praising them for what they did. And I think it also helps you become closer to that person, and creating, whether it's like, in work, in life, or anything, I think it just really validates that person and makes them feel seen. So I really liked that, because I think I'm very encouraging. I'm like, good job, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But definitely want to be more specific when calling out these good things. The other one that I would say is managing personal finance. I'm just going to generalize here, but I think personal finance, maybe some of us don't have such good relationships with it, because money is a necessary evil. I am definitely someone who had to learn a lot about personal finance. I read through a lot of books. I had to save a lot of money. I paid off all my loans, and I invest my money as well. I'm gonna make this into a separate video probably in the future, but I will say that one other thing you can do is just manage your money better. If you are someone who doesn't have a good relationship with money, it might be time to learn it, because if 2020 has taught us anything, it really is that anything can happen at any time. And as shitty as it sounds, money gives you options. Money gives you the option to quit your job when you're unhappy. Money gives you the option to not eat at McDonald's every day. Money gives you the option to pay for bills or medicine. I know a lot of people have been in this like really tough situation, whether it's like because of COVID, losing your job, being furloughed, things like that. But I think this upcoming year is just really about planning, like financial planning, and being more savvy with your money. Obviously, you can go and spend your money however you want, but you should always create some sort of like budget or backup plan. If you do work, I would recommend saving 15% at least, and also contributing to your retirement. Yes, personal finance, it's very important, and it teaches you how to be independent. Like, you don't need no one. You just have a lot of money and you can take care of yourself. Not you have a lot of money, but you have money to take care of yourself in case anything happens. So number 5, the last, is for me personally, and I think it's just something that I also want to share with other people, because I've noticed it with my friends, so the philosophy is to take up more space, right? Like, be a little bit bolder, be a little bit more louder, be big, right? Like, take up more space. A lot of us, especially from what I've seen in Asia, we can tend to be doing things that are better for like the status quo, the community. You don't want to step on any toes. But I think what I mean, like, be bolder or be bigger, it's like, laugh a little louder if you want, ask that person out on a date, share your ideas with your boss. So just really take up space. I think it's also being more intentional in the way that you have certain touch points with people, and it's okay to be a little bit weird sometimes, or be a little bit bold, or be a little bit outspoken. I think I'm trying to practice this more and more, and that's part of life, right? It's about taking chances and doing things that are a little bit scary, but take up space, like take up all of the space. So Anyways, that was the 5 things that I would really recommend to improve yourself for 2021. I hope you found this helpful, because this is all the great wisdom and knowledge that I've borrowed from my friends through the past conversations I've had. I don't know, it just really like calmed me down. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so wise now. Just kidding, I'm not wise. I'm also learning, as all of us are. But if you like this video, let me know what you think in the comments below and how you're working on yourself in 2021. Obviously, we just went through, we're still going through a pandemic, so be easy on yourself. In 2021, we don't need to freaking build 500 enterprise companies, but we can take care of ourselves physically and mentally, and we can do intentional things to set the precedent for 2021. So happy New Year, everyone. I hope you found this helpful, and I will talk to you soon.